You change a nation by reaching the young people and changing the next generation. To have their hearts and their minds changed. Then to be able to educate them and know that they could become the leaders of their countries. I mean, this is how you change a nation, by reaching the young people.
I want you to be a great student, and you're going to be a wonderful leader for your people. God's got big plans for you.
There's some of the kids that just stand out, like Christopher. I think he was one of your favorite kids that you met on this trip.
Well, some of these kids, and Christopher is right at the top of the list, have had things done to them that the average person would be bitter, angry, frustrated, maybe even violent because of the way they've been treated by other people. But what I saw in Christopher that so drew me to him was just this sweet spirit.
Can you recap his story a little bit?
Yeah, he's just a jewel. I mean, 14 now, and mother abandoned him at birth. So right there, most kids would have deep rejection issues. A father who gets ill and dies. So now he's abandoned again. And then he's sent to live with someone who he calls uncle, but I don't even really think this man is related to him. So really what Christopher has done is he's gone into this home as their chore boy and their donkey herder. He doesn't have a hope here. And they took him to the government school, and the government school said he can't come here. He doesn't read, he doesn't write, he's 12 years old, we can't take him. They must have heard about the school that we support, the mixed school, and brought him there. Even they didn't know what to do with him because he was so old. They said he'd have to start with the kindergartners, assuming that he wouldn't want to do that he would be too proud to do that. And the next morning, after they'd said they couldn't take him, they opened the door and there's Christopher. To just say, I will not be refused a future. I mean, as a mom, you know, I look at that kid and I think, he's never really had love. He's never really had anybody who's told him what a great kid he is. And he's got so much potential. In 3 years, he's moved from kindergarten up to the 4th grade. He knows he's behind, but he knows he can do it. I think that's an amazing thing. Who gives that to a child normally? Their parents, you know? He's not had that from anyone. And so to be able to say to him, you know, Orphan's Promise is going to sponsor you in to live here.
What did you tell me yesterday was the thing you wanted more than anything?
To be in boarding.
To be in boarding. Well, you know what? Orphan's Promise is going to sponsor you. So as of today, this is your new home.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. You know, I want you to know that God heard your prayer. And last night I woke up and I was thinking about you. And you know what I thought? I thought about how, do you know who David was in the Bible? Yeah, he was a great man of God. And you know what he was first? A shepherd boy. And that's what you've been, a shepherd boy, and you've been faithful to that. And God wants to do something powerful for you.
That was his dream, that he could leave where he was, stop riding to school in the cold and the dark in the morning all by himself, stop leaving at the end of the day to go herd donkeys, to never have light at home because he's got all these chores to do. He gets to the evening, there's no light to do his homework by. I asked him, what's the difference between the house with your uncle where you live and coming to school here? And he really got tears in his eyes and he said, well, at my uncle's house, the children say to me, this is not your home, you don't really belong here. But at this school, I feel like it's my family and I have a mom and a dad.
Before you came here, did you know anything about God's love for you?
No.
No. So tell me what you've learned about that here at Mixed School.
At Mixed, I've learned that God is helpful and He can give you what you don't have.
To be able to tell him that he has a hope and a future, that his dreams are not just dreams, that they can be reality, and that we all see that in him. You know, we get to be the parents he never had and come alongside of him and say, keep going, you're doing a great job. I fully believe that one day Christopher may be the president of Zambia. And it would be God's gift to Zambia should he rise to that height.